back at Miss Cindy's kitchen, and tonight I'm going to show you how to make shortcake from scratch. So you know all those yummy strawberries that are out this time of year? Everybody loves strawberries, and I found this recipe for shortcake that is made from scratch and made in a 12-cup muffin pan. And ahead of time I already greased the muffin pan with some pan release spray. And now I'm going to get 2.5 cups of flour. This is a 1/2 cup measure, so 5 of these. So 1, make a mess here, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh well, it was clean when I started. Anyway, I always like to scoop to loosen up the flour, because as it sits it gets kind of compacted. That way you get a more accurate measure. You kind of stir it, dump it into your measuring cup, and level it off. Then we have 1/2 cup of white sugar. And 3 teaspoons of baking powder. And this is a baking powder I got at Grocery Outlet. So it's just a little different, but so 1, 2, and level it off a little bit, 3. And then we have a teaspoon of salt. I like sea salt, and this spoon has 2 sides, so I'll use the clean side to get the salt. And then we are going to use a little whisk to just mix it up. So again, that is 2.5 cups of flour, 1/2 cup of white sugar, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, and a teaspoon of salt that we have in the mixing bowl at this point. Now we're going to add in a 1/2 cup of shortening that we are going to cut in with a pastry blender. Alright, so we're going to stir this up until it resembles kind of coarse sand. And again, the shortening is at room temperature, because if you refrigerated it, you'd never get it out of the carton.
So tell everybody why we had such a long delay between videos.
Well, I've been averaging over 50 hours a week of work, and you and Logan are in 2 shows, and that requires a lot of rehearsals, so it's just been crazy busy.
Well, I mean, the comment or the you sent out to the community was about the Burrell fire.
That's true. Last weekend, the Kern River Valley was besieged by the largest wildfire in Kern County history, and I think prior to containment it reached 58,000 acres. And basically the short version of the story is there is a person who was driving aggressively and was intoxicated, and he was driving on a narrow road that goes through the canyon. He drove off the canyon, off the road, and his vehicle exploded, and he caused the fire. So it's a tragedy for his family, but the lesson to be learned is, 1, don't be aggressive when you drive, and 2, don't be intoxicated.
Well, there was a lot more to it than that, but okay. But,
yeah.
I mean, your sister and her family live out there. That's why you were like...
Yeah. They had to evacuate. Her husband stayed behind to protect their chickens and their home even though it was a mandatory evacuation area. And my niece's husband is a firefighter who was working the fire. So it was just very stressful for us because at one point we didn't know if the fire was going to go up the hill in Bodfish where they live. And then I also have a couple of coworkers who live in that same area that missed work for a couple of days because the canyon was closed because of the fire. And they couldn't get down to town to go to work. And it was just stressful because we didn't know if they were going to lose their home, if they were going to lose their lives, and a whole entire town of Havilah was completely decimated. That was the original county seat for Kern County, and so many people lost their homes. We don't have a final tally yet, but it was just a very tense and scary time because it was hot and windy, and the fire just wouldn't quit. It just kept eating up more and more land.
So Miss Cindy here we were going to shoot a video, but she was like so concerned with her sister, her sister's family, and then she's like, I can't think straight. I can't do a video. Can we just wait? And it was like, okay. And then as it would happen, life gets in the way.
Exactly.
So, but we're back.
We're back. So, and then now we're going to add in 2 eggs. And again, if you're wondering why brown eggs versus white eggs, it just has to do with the breed of chicken that lays the eggs. And when I was buying eggs, I just happened to grab the brown eggs and my friend grabbed the white eggs because we were shopping together last week. So I guess there's a 50% chance you can pick up brown eggs or white eggs at Costco. So that's 2 eggs, and you scramble them separately. And then you add in 1.5 cups of milk. It suggests whole milk, but I have 2% is the standard of what we have. And now we're going to mix this together. Alright. And this won't be strong enough for this mixture. So I'm going to use my handy dandy dough blender.
Yay!
This is just really good at mixing stuff. And the batter is going to be kind of the consistency of cake batter. So it's kind of like a hybrid between a cake and a biscuit. Actually, it's similar to a pancake mix.
That's what I was going to say.
And of course, Dahlia's coming to check things out. Alright, so now we're going to pour it into our muffin pan. And then the oven's already set at 350 degrees. And the neatest, cleanest way, Dahlia, move, to do batter is to measure it with a cookie scoop. And this actually comes out looking more like muffins, but it makes a really nice shortcake biscuit. And we have a lot of strawberries on hand, so I thought we would have strawberries for dessert.
Now, why are we having strawberries for dessert?
Well, our oldest child is turning 26 this week, and we are celebrating his birthday a couple days early because we have a busy week.
Yes, we do. Well, we're in dress rehearsal, so.
Yep. So, just gonna keep scooping this out. Alright. Okay. Figured I'd use a clear measuring pitcher so y'all could see. You can easily pour it, however, it tends to leave more drips when you pour than if you just scoop with a cookie scoop. Alright. Alright, I'm just going to pour the last little bit in. Because it actually fills up the muffin wells almost full. Yeah, I was up doing this at like 6 o'clock yesterday morning because we had a birthday my friend's birthday at work, and she likes strawberry shortcake, so I made some homemade shortcakes yesterday as well. So.
Well, you also had some goodies you were selling
At a street fair.
At a street fair yesterday.
Yeah,
and
so.
You did really well, by the way.
Yeah, they sold pretty well. It was made for a late night because I had to work this morning also. But, yeah. So anyway, I'm going to call that good. And then I'm going to wipe off the edge so it'll be a little neater in the oven. So once I track down the long lost paper towels, I think my family took off with them somewhere. So I'm going to put this in the oven for 20 minutes at 350. And then when they're ready to come out, I will bring you back. And in the meantime, make sure you like and subscribe and share this video to your friends and leave us a comment. And we'll be back to show you the cooked muffins. And these have cooked for 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And we have a thirsty dog in the background. Oh, if I can get a hold of this thing here. Alright. See, look. Doesn't that look yummy?
That does look good.
Yeah, you missed the ones yesterday morning because you were still asleep.
You're right.
Alright. So, we're going to let these cool off a little bit. And in the meantime, we're going to get our other shortcake components ready, so you can see the finished product for the taste test. So while you're waiting for them to cool off, make sure you've liked and subscribed and share this video and leave us a comment, and we'll be back with you shortly. Alright, and our shortcake muffins they've cooled off a little bit.
That look good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a sponge cake consistency. And I'm just going to cut them up a little bit and get some strawberries on here and some of the squirty whipped cream. And I think we still have the oven on. Alright, and I forgot a fork, so you'll have to grab a fork. Let's see, strawberry shortcake! Everybody's favorite dessert.
Well, what about the ice cream?
We'll have ice cream. Just try the shortcake for the taste test.
Alright.
And it's for your upcoming birthday. Woohoo! Dahlia's on standby for.
And how old you gonna be?
With a mouthful. What do you think?
Well,
Wood. I think we need to make you a shirt that says good.
Good.
It's good. So anyway, there's a recipe for homemade shortcake. So you don't have to get the pre-made kind from the store, which has like 5 million ingredients, none of which you can probably pronounce. So, and plus most people have the basics for baking on hand. At least I hope you would. But anyway, thank you again for joining us, and make sure you like and subscribe and share this video to your friends, and come back again soon for another episode.
Thank you for watching Miss Cindy's Kitchen. To get more recipes like this one, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. Share it out to your friends, family, and neighbors, and leave us a comment to let us know how this recipe worked for you. And don't forget to hit that like button. Again, thank you for watching Miss Cindy's Kitchen.